Hi guys. Trying to test something out. See if that video showed. I think it did. Hey Trees. Hey Tina Thompson. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Oh my God, guys. Today was bananas. How are you guys day today? How was you guys day today? Post it down below. If you're watching this live, please type in hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, do me a quick favor. Please type in hashtag replay. It's your girl, Leticia Campbell. And I believe that you deserve the right to be financially independent so that you can design the life that you, in fact, deserve. I've been helping coaches, consultants, service providers, and network marketers for over a decade grow and scale their businesses by teaching you guys how to dominate your sales online, by showing you how to close more customers and clients. And today, what we're going to be talking about is the 6 things that is keeping you from taking action. Really quickly, in the chat right now, type in hashtag successful people take action. Hashtag successful people action. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to be educated. You don't even need to have a whole lot of experience. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of experience in just a second, because a lot of people feel that if they haven't arrived at a certain level in their businesses or in their brands, that they're not qualified to teach somebody how to do something, or teach somebody how to get a transformation, or teach somebody how to get a breakthrough. I want to sort of help you guys out with a little bit of perspective on that, because we're all qualified at doing something, right? So let me do a quick shout out for those of you who are just tuning in. Please post in the comments whether you're watching this hashtag live, hashtag replay, and also where you're tuning in from. I see LaShawn. Hey, LaShawn, how are you? I see Tina Thompson. Thank you, Tina, for joining the live. I'm happy to see you here. Another thing, guys, if you look down below, you see these words going across your screen. I'm going to be giving away my Success Challenge PDF for free. For those of you who are interested in grabbing it, I'm only going to have a limited amount of downloads. All you have to do is go to campbellsuccessnetwork.com and click that first button, add your email, and you'll be the first to know when I launch this PDF. And I'm talking a lot about action this week, because in this time right now, hey Lisa, how are you? Everyone's stuck on listening to the news, listening to radio stations, blogs, and we're really are getting out of our normal routines. Hold on, my shirt is acting funny. We're really breaking away from our normal routines, and we have to really sit back and say, we still got to run a business. Right? Despite what's going on in the world today, your business still has to move forward. Your business still has to grow. And that's the awesome part about building a business online, is that, you know, you get to work from the comfort of your home, and you don't have to really worry so much about what everyone else has to worry about, who actually leaves the home. But you're never going to get to that point if you leave your business behind. So how many of you guys, type in the chat, type in me in the chat, if you're struggling a little bit right now with getting focused and taking action in your business. And if you are, that's just totally normal. And do me a quick favor, type in hashtag successful people take action. Thank you, Tina, for that. Hashtag successful people take action. Okay. So like I just said before, like today was so busy. I had a doctor's appointment. I was there for like 4 or 5 hours because a lot of the nurses and staff was not there because they had to go help out at the local hospital. It was just so much chaos going on. And I had to like make sure to monitor myself and say, listen, despite what's going on in the world today, stay grounded, stay focused. Because sometimes when we're in fear, we can become very careless, or somewhat distant from reality, right? So there's so much things that's keeping us from taking action. From it could be worry, it could be so many different things. So I'm going to talk about 6. I'm going to jump into number 1, and I want you guys to type in number 1, fear. Fear is one of the number 1 things that keeps us from taking action. Fear of being successful, fear of making mistakes. How many of you guys fear making mistakes? People are going to say. I was just having a conversation with somebody today, and I was like, girl, you are making up things in your head. Like sometimes, especially now, we are making up things in our head sometimes that's not true. You know, this person I was talking to, she was making up things as far as, well, I don't think people have money to buy with my offer, or I don't think that people are so much are thinking about this or that. We assume, right? We assume what people are thinking. And that's not good, right? We're still people thinking, and that boils into fear as well, where we're so fearful internally that it keeps us from taking action in our business. Now, one of the main things that's going to rescue your business is making more sales. If you want the remedy, the holy grail to your business, if you're a coach, consultant, service provider, network marketer, and you need an answer or a solution to the fact that of your business, is the solution is you need to make more sales. You need to get in front of more targeted people. You need to get out there and really dive into your offer as message, market, monetize. It's like really getting out there and just breaking out of that fear and not being part of the problem of sharing so much of the fear-based stuff that's going on in the world right now. So let's jump into number 2, which is procrastination. How many of you guys procrastinate? How many of you? I always say that most people that I talk to have procrastinated just in the past 24 hours. Procrastination is not good. Somebody type in number 2, procrastination. Putting things off to the next day. That's a no-no in this season. Some of y'all need to be doubling up. I know for me personally, you need to be doubling up your marketing. You need to be doubling up how many times you're showing up. You need to be doubling up. That's why I'm really going live more, because you get that personal connection with people when you're actually showing up in front of people's faces. Not so much looking at the numbers, but just looking at the fact that I'm taking action. I'm not sitting here and being on the phone for 2-3 hours and having a whole conversation about what's going on. I'm taking action, and we need to reward ourselves more for taking action and less for the fact that, oh, I don't have as high as numbers as everyone else. Because you never know who's watching you. I was supposed to go live at 9, and I didn't go live till now. I could have said, you know what? I'll just go live tomorrow. But I'm going to go live tomorrow because it's past the time I was supposed to go live, and maybe nobody's going to show up. But my thing is that we have to start, like I said yesterday, being more kind to ourselves, be rewarding ourselves every day for the fact that we didn't procrastinate and we actually took action. And like I said before, and I want y'all to type this again. If you type this in already, type it in one more time. Successful people take action. Successful people take action. Number 3, and those of you who just hopped on, what we're talking about is six things is keeping you from taking action in your business. Number 3 is not using what you are learning. I was having a conversation with my husband before. I was like, we're so quick to point the finger, but not really looking at ourselves and say, what role, right, are we playing in our businesses? Are we actually using and leveraging what we're learning, and we're blaming somebody else for the fact of our business not being successful? Or we're comparing ourselves, hey, Tasha, good evening, sis, or whatever. It's like we have to use and leverage what we learn. We get so stuck in being sponges and being, I call them like tire pushers, where you're taking coaching program after coaching program. Maybe you have a coach, you're just sitting in class and you're not doing anything. So number 3, guys, do me a quick favor. Number 3 is to the third reason why you're not taking action in your business is that you're not using what you're learning. Intellectual property has no value if you're not using it. You could spend $9 on a coaching program or $15,000 on a coaching program. If you're not using what you're learning, then the value of that is 0. And it has nothing to do with the person who's coaching. It's everything to do with you. Everything you invest your money on, you have to gauge it and range it with the value that you actually put in, the action that you actually take. And the reflection of what you're making every day has everything to do with whether or not you took action, not to do, no. People pay for what you do, not so much what you know. And it brings me to this point how sometimes maybe you feel that you haven't reached a certain point in your life to be qualified enough to teach somebody else. I get that a lot. I get that from a lot of women who are coaches, service providers, who feel that, oh, I haven't reached this level of success. I haven't reached this level that I want to reach, our own ego level. And then we feel that we are not qualified enough to teach. But I want y'all to look, hey, Elaine, I want y'all to think about this, right? If you're getting, I know this is a little bit like an over extreme example, but let's say that you're getting breast implants, right? And you go to a doctor who's never had breast implants. Say you go to a male doctor, right? You're not going to sit there and say, well, I don't see no implants on you, so how do I know you can do a good job? No, you're looking at the amount of people who he has done work on, or the amount of experience that he has, not whether or not he actually has it himself. And there's a lot of women that does that surgery and they've never ever had that procedure done, but you still get it done. You guys get what I'm saying? It's like, don't wait. Don't think you have to reach a certain level in order to teach someone. You can literally take people along the journey because you've gotten started. That's the art of getting started, is that some people can't get to that point to get started. And the fact that you do, you're just sort of holding their hand along the process. No one's telling you to be 10 steps ahead of somebody. Just being one step ahead is enough for you to teach somebody else how to get a breakthrough. Are y'all hearing me? I'm going to say this again. Don't try to focus on being 10 steps ahead or 10 years ahead or whatever. Focus on, if you're one step ahead of somebody else, you're qualified to teach somebody how to get qualified to transform someone. Because you're looking back and, like, for me, I'm going to give myself an example. I didn't just leave my job and start a business. All of y'all know I left my job back in August 11th of 2017. Before that, I was building a business for 6 years online. So I did not wait until I quit my job to say, I'm going to get an LLC and I'm going to start marketing, promoting hey, Kristen, I never saw you on here before. Where you tuning in from? I did not wait until I gave my 2 weeks notice to say, okay, I'm ready. I had my LLC way before I left my job. I was marketing and promoting my business for 6 years before I left my job. So we can't sit back, and I was not to leave and to say I'm ready to start. You guys get what I'm saying? And even before I left my job, I was already teaching people how to build a business. Y'all hearing me so far? Are y'all getting this? I want to make sure that you guys are getting this. So not using what you're learning is one of the worst things you can do in your business. Thing, North Carolina. Woo-woo. One of my clients is actually in North Carolina right now for an event. Happy to have you, Kristen. And before I get to number 4, guys, I want y'all to do me a quick favor. Go to camelsuccessnetwork.com right now. Add your information to my wait list. I'm going to be giving away my free PDF to my success challenge because so many people out there right now are giving away so many offers. And I'm like, wait a second. Right now, we need to focus on taking action. And I'm more of a behavioral coach. I'm the type of coach that I gauge whether or not my clients are actually getting things done on their actual behaviors. They're actually taking action every single day and getting things done. So this particular PDF is going to help you build more engagement on social media. It's going to help you actually do stuff in your business instead of staying stuck in learning. And a lot of times people don't necessarily know what to do every day. And this actual PDF I'm giving away for free is absolutely going to help you do that, which is super, super duper important. I was asking somebody the other day, I was like, I know there's a lot going on in the world, but what is it that you're doing in your business? Oh, well, I was just focused on this and I was just focused on that. I'm like, listen, you still have to, somebody type in the chat right now. I want everybody to type this in the chat. I still have to run a business. We all still have to run a business. And we get stuck in just, focusing on fear and what's going to happen tomorrow. We're not going to get anything done. Let your timeline, let your social media be a mecca of a platform where people can take their minds off a little bit on what's going on and still stay focused to them. I know a lot of coaches that help women to lose weight or help women build their credit or help women, whatever. But just think about it this way. Oh, okay, Tasha, I'm going to answer your inbox in just a second. Thank you, sis. Y'all are so sweet. And we got to get people both focused back to ourselves. Because that was me, guys. I was looking at the news, YouTube videos about this coronavirus and all that stuff and blogs. And I was like, wait a second, I didn't work my business for a couple. I still, yes, Tina, yes, somebody else typed that in. I still have to run a business. I still have to run. It's another thing your children gets to see, things still move as usual, and that's super important. All right, guys, listen, the fourth thing that's going to keep you from taking action in your business is not planning. Not planning. Planning, can I just be honest here? I know a lot of coaches will say, oh, you got to have a plan. And, y'all know I'm a little bit more realistic here. The reality of planning is planning can be a little bit tiring. Right. I like to play devil's advocate a little bit on and not to play devil's advocate to sort of like to help you guys come up with excuses. But I know sometimes when we're sitting down and we're like with our planners and we're planning things out and we sit back and we're like, oh my God, this is a lot. But we got to understand the reason why we're planning. Here's why, so that we can show up and be prepared, so that we know what we're doing, so that we're taking action. So that's why I do it, because I can get stuck sometimes and just waking up and winging it instead of saying, you know what, let me plan tomorrow today. Right? Let me schedule out my emails today. Let me schedule out my posts today. Let me schedule out my content for my live today for tomorrow. Right? Planning is so important, but we don't do it because it's something that's time consuming. And more importantly, we look at our to-do list sometimes and it's so big, but guess what? You're in control. When you're planning, you are actually in the driver's seat. But a lot of times we wake up every day and we're sitting in the back seat, or for some of us, we're sitting in the trunk, right? And we're gonna ask ourselves, well, who's really driving our day? It's not us. Because we didn't plan. We didn't plan things out. Everyone in the sound of my voice, you should already sit down right now and say, what are the 3 things I must get done tomorrow? Like before you hit that sack tomorrow. And guys, if you haven't shared this out, do me a quick favor and share this. But yeah, not planning, guilty. Yes, Tasha, I'm glad you're super honest, sis. But yeah, it's like, we got to plan. 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 We can't say let me tell you something, like, since we're all being honest here, what I used to do, and sometimes I just still do this some of the times, and I have to catch myself. I'd be like, you know what? I'll just wake up at 4:00 tomorrow and do it. Right? I'd be like, I'm not going to, get that, plan out for my next day super early, and I'll do it. What happens? You oversleep, because I am pregnant. So I can't trust my body anymore right now, at least for the next, 8 to 9 months. I can't trust my body for the next 40 weeks to actually do what it is that I want it to do when it comes to productivity wise, me actually moving and get it up. Because I can easily say, but then I'll hit the snooze button because, my certain situation, I have to listen to my body. My body wants to rest till 9:00. That's just the way it is. Unless I have to get the kids up for school or something like that. But, with that said, you never know You never know what can happen, especially this day and age. You never ever know what's going to happen from day to day to day. So that's why it's more important that we plan out. And then if something does happen, we can move things around. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm pretty sure you guys get that. Now, next thing I want you guys to put is um, number 5 for me is something that I've talked about many, many times, which is you're waiting for motivation. I do believe in motivation, but to a certain point, I feel like just like the Bible says, you have to motivate yourself. And for me, especially when I am building my business or just working my business from day to day, I try not to listen to a lot of people only because I never want to depend on another person to motivate me. Never want to depend on another, because, not because people are great, they're amazing. But a lot of times when you're depending on others to motivate you, if something happens or for whatever reason, it's sort of like we lose that motivation. And I really feel that we sit back and say, I just motivate myself every day. I just love what I do so much that I'm just going to, despite whether, business can be up and down. And despite any of that, I'm just going to get up and just do what it is that I need to do, because we get in our own way. We need to stop doing that. So you don't wait for others to motivate you, because it can put you in a state of where if that person's not around or if that thing is no longer there, you end up going reverting back. So definitely stay hard into motivating yourself instead of waiting to be motivated. Number 6, and I hear this all the time, is I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Listen, everyone, saying you're busy is not an excuse. You're just putting other things before your purpose. And then you're looking at other people and saying, how did that person get to that level? Or how can that person get all this stuff done? Do they have VAs? Are they getting help? And 9 times out of 10, they're not. We are the worst at delegating. We are. I don't care what anybody says. 9 times out of 10, if you're looking at somebody, half the time they're doing the majority of their business themselves. So with that said, guys, hey, Lisa Oliver, how are you? You got to get out there and just make time. Make time. I used to be that girl that worked 14 hours a day, and I made time for my business. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be here forever. I don't want to be stuck at this job or stuck at this, hey, Jackie, this position forever. You just got to make it happen and fit in time for your business no matter what. I did a training last week with my clients, and I talk about just increasing what you do by 1% every day. This time next year, you're going to see a massively crazy difference in your business, but you got to start at some point. You got to start at some point. So has this helped anyone today? Let me know in the chat if this has helped you. Like I always say, and I'm going to be saying that all week this week, successful people, hey, Jackie, successful people take action. You have to take action every single day. That's the only way that you're going to get to success, right? And don't focus on everything else. So listen, make sure y'all head over to camelsuccessnetwork.com, add your email to my wait list. As soon as I launch my brand new Success Challenge PDF, you're going to be the first to grab it. Yay! All right, everyone, as always, don't forget, get out there and dominate, because it's time to design a life that you deserve. And I'll be back on tomorrow in the morning, 9 a.m., and then I'll show back up again later on in the evening. But this was a really good live, and thank you guys so much for your comments, questions, and shares. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys.